What if the most important decision before you turn 30 isn't how much money you make, but how much you learn to dream? What if the fastest path to success isn't joining the biggest company, but starting in the smallest room with the biggest lessons? Welcome back to Wisdom Swing, a place where powerful ideas meet real-life wisdom. Today, we explore a powerful message inspired by the journey and philosophy of Jack Ma, a man who started with very little but built one of the most influential companies in the world. His advice to young people is surprisingly simple yet deeply transformative. Before you're 30, work for a small company, learn passion, and learn to dream. In a world where many young professionals chase prestige, big salaries, and famous company names, this idea may sound counterintuitive, but behind these words lies a powerful truth about growth, experience, and discovering who you really are. The early years of your career are not meant to be comfortable, they are meant to be transformative. They are the years where you experiment, fail, explore, and build a mindset that will shape the rest of your life. When you're young, the most valuable currency is not money, it's learning. Many people believe that success comes from joining a large, well-known corporation immediately after graduation. The logic seems obvious. Big companies have better resources, better pay, and stronger reputations. But according to Jack Ma, the early stage of your career should not be about security, it should be about discovery. Small companies provide something that large organizations often cannot: exposure, responsibility, and learning through action. In a small company, you don't just become a tiny piece of a massive machine. Instead, you get the chance to see how the whole system works. You may help with marketing in the morning, solve customer problems in the afternoon, and brainstorm new ideas by evening. These experiences build versatility, creativity, and resilience. They teach you how businesses actually operate, not just how to perform a single specialized role. Working in a small company also allows you to learn passion. Passion is not something that magically appears one day. It is something you discover by trying different things and understanding what excites you. In a small environment, you work closely with founders, leaders, and teammates who are often driven by vision rather than comfort. Their energy becomes contagious. You witness firsthand how ideas turn into products, how challenges turn into opportunities, and how persistence turns into progress. This environment encourages curiosity and experimentation. Instead of simply following instructions, you start asking questions. Instead of waiting for permission, you begin creating solutions. This is where passion begins to grow, not from comfort, but from engagement. Another important lesson from Jack Ma's philosophy is the importance of learning to dream. When you're young, dreaming is not naive, it's necessary. Dreams expand your imagination and push you beyond limitations that society may place on you. In small companies, dreams are often at the center of the culture. Teams are usually small, resources are limited, and the future is uncertain. But what keeps everyone moving forward is belief. Belief that their idea matters, belief that their work can create impact, and belief that the impossible can become possible. Being part of that environment helps you understand something powerful. Every great organization once started small, with a group of people who simply believed in an idea. There is also another hidden benefit to working in a small company before you turn 30. You develop resilience. When things go wrong, and they often will, you learn how to adapt. In large organizations, systems and structures may shield you from certain challenges, but in smaller teams, every problem becomes a learning opportunity. You see how leaders handle uncertainty, how teams collaborate under pressure, and how persistence becomes the difference between failure and success. These experiences shape your mindset. They teach you that setbacks are not the end of the road, but simply part of the journey. Jack Ma himself experienced rejection many times before achieving success. He failed exams, faced job rejections, and struggled to convince people to believe in his ideas. Yet those early experiences helped him build the resilience and perspective that later defined his leadership. His story reminds us that success rarely begins with comfort. It begins with curiosity, persistence, and the willingness to learn from every opportunity. When you're under 30, your biggest advantage is flexibility. You have time to experiment, time to make mistakes, and time to discover your strengths. Imagine two young professionals starting their careers. One chooses a large corporation where their role is clearly defined, predictable, and secure. The other joins a small company where responsibilities change daily and challenges appear constantly. After a few years, the second person may have learned marketing, problem-solving, teamwork, leadership, and creative thinking. They may have experienced both failure and growth, while the first person gained stability, The second, gain perspective. And perspective is what allows you to recognize opportunities later in life. Learning passion and learning to dream are not separate ideas, they are deeply connected. Passion fuels the effort required to pursue dreams, and dreams provide the direction that gives passion meaning. When you combine both, something powerful happens. You begin to see possibilities instead of obstacles. Instead of asking, "What job should I get?" you start asking, "What impact do I want to create?" That shift in thinking can change the entire direction of your life. But this message is not only about career choices, it's about mindset. It's about understanding that the early stage of life is a training ground. Every experience, every challenge, every small victory becomes part of your personal foundation. The goal is not perfection. The goal is growth. And growth happens fastest when you are surrounded by people who believe in building something meaningful. So if you are in your 20s, remember this wisdom. Don't rush the journey. Don't measure your success only by salary or status. Measure it by what you are learning, by the skills you are developing, and by the dreams you are discovering. These are the assets that will stay with you long after job titles change. In the end, the message from Jack Ma is simple but powerful. Before you turn 30, focus on learning, passion, and dreams. Work in environments that challenge you, inspire you, and allow you to grow beyond your comfort zone. Because the experiences you gain today will become the foundation of the success you build tomorrow. Thank you for spending these moments with Wisdom Swing. If this message inspired you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow Wisdom Swing for more insights that help you grow wiser, stronger, and more inspired every day.